All right, so I think we can all agree that Apple can be a little stingy with internal storage, and even the 15-inch MacBook Air, which was released in 2023, only starts out with 256 gigabytes. Today I'm going to show you my absolute favorite accessories for my MacBook. Some of them save me a lot of money, and number 7, absolutely changed the way that I'm able to use my MacBook. Now back to storage, I need a lot of it and I don't like paying a premium for it. So instead of spending anywhere between $200 and $2,400 to upgrade my MacBook, I use external SSDs. There are a lot of great options out there, and the main factors are going to be reliability, storage size, and speed. Now, in terms of price, these are going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over upgrading the internal storage. Now, of course, it means that you have to bring another accessory with you when you need access to those files, but these are super small, and since none of the MacBooks are upgradable, I would run out of storage space at some point regardless, at which point I would have to use an external SSD anyways. As far as speeds, if you're only using these for basic files, pretty much any external SSD is going to be plenty fast. If you want faster speeds for like super demanding video files, then I would look at NVMe, and I'll put links in the description to a few of my favorites. Don't forget that another advantage of external SSDs is that you can use them with multiple devices. So if you have a Mac Mini or an iPad, you can use the same SSD with all 3 devices. Now, when it comes to charging, Apple offers either a 1-port charger with a higher wattage or a 2-port charger with a lower wattage. And they work fine except for the fact that you have to choose between charging one device faster or charging 2 devices more slowly. And either way, I don't know about you, but whether I'm at home, in my office, or if I'm traveling, I always have more than 2 devices to charge, which is why I use the Nexode 100-watt and 200-watt chargers from Ugreen. Both are GAN chargers, so they're small and they're safe for your devices. The 100-watt charger offers 3 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port, so you can either charge your MacBook with up to 100 watts, or you can split that wattage between multiple devices. It's super compact, which makes it great for travel, and it has a foldable plug so it doesn't snag on anything when you put it in your bag. If you're looking for even more power, then you upgrade to the big boy, the 200-watt charger. It comes with a charging cable so you can run it all the way to your desk, and we're talking about 4 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. So for me, that means that I only need 1 charger on my desk, and I can charge my MacBook, my iPad, iPhone, Apple Watch, AirPods, and whatever Android phone I'm using at that time. It's the most powerful charger that I have. It fully charges a 16-inch MacBook Pro in 1.5 hours. It uses dual GAN chips, and it always stays cool, so I know that my expensive devices are protected. Now, when I'm on the go, I do not like worrying about battery life, so I always have a power bank with me, and I need one that's high capacity, offers fast charging, can charge multiple devices at once, and doesn't take forever to recharge. Now, the Ugreen 145-watt power bank has 25,000 milliamp hour capacity, which is a ton. It has 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and it can provide up to 100 watts from a single port. It has a digital display, so I know exactly how much power I have remaining, unlike power banks that only have 4 indicator lights. And with the bidirectional fast charging, I can actually charge 2 devices while I'm recharging the power bank itself. Now, when I want to be more productive, I use my MacBook to drive a desktop setup. And I finally found a way to get multiple displays to work with any M1 or M2 MacBooks, not just a super expensive MacBook Pro with the M1 Max or M2 Max chips. So starting with the desk, I've been using sit-stand desks for over 10 years, and there's no going back. So for this setup, I'm using a FlexiSpot desk with a white top. Now, I love being able to easily adjust the height, even if I'm just sitting. They start out at right under $200, and I went with a 72-inch model because I knew that I wanted multiple monitors. And speaking of monitors, for my MacBook setup, I do have an Apple Studio display, which I absolutely love, and if you have $4,500 to spend on 3 of them, they'll work great. Now, I was looking for a very high quality display, which is designed specifically for MacBooks and is about half the price. So I opted for the BenQ PD2725U. I absolutely love the color that I get. It matches up beautifully with my MacBook display. You can actually sync the colors with the MacBook with one click. It's a 27-inch 60Hz 4K display, and if your MacBook supports dual displays, you can daisy chain 2 monitors via Thunderbolt 3. Another option that a lot of people don't know about is that you can actually use your iPad as an external display. And you can learn more about that feature in this video. But speaking of external displays, unless you upgrade to the most expensive MacBook Pro models, you're limited to either 1 or 2 external displays. But if you've seen my main workstation, you know that I'm always going to want more. And that's where this Ugreen USB-C 12-in-1 docking station is awesome. It uses DisplayLink technology to extend to 3 4K 60Hz displays with any of the M1 or M2 MacBooks, which obviously improves your productivity. It also means that you don't need to upgrade to one of the more expensive MacBook Pro models just to get support for multiple external displays. The docking station has a ton of available ports, and you can transfer files at up to 10 gigabits per second. It can deliver up to 100 watts fast charging, and it has SD and micro SD card readers, so it's a great option if you just want to plug one cable and then turn your MacBook into a productivity beast. As far as keyboards, the last 2 generations of MacBooks might have my favorite keyboard of any laptop. But if I'm at home, I still love the feel and the sound of a mechanical keyboard. And an external keyboard also lets me push my MacBook back, so it's more aligned with my external displays. Right now I'm using the Keychron Q3, which is probably one of the heaviest and the most solidly built keyboards that I've ever used. Like, it is shockingly heavy. It's compatible with Mac OS and Windows, comes with double-shot OSA PBT keycaps, and Gatoron G Pro switches. It's a TKL layout, so it doesn't take up too much space. It's super comfortable to type on. I love the sound, and you can customize it using VIA. If you prefer a wireless keyboard, you want a smaller footprint, and you want the ability to pair a single keyboard with multiple devices, check out the K12. Speaking of using one accessory for multiple devices, let's get to my mouse options. I'm still rocking my favorite mouse, the Logitech MX Master 3 for Mac. I've been using this series of mice since they were released, and this is my 4th iteration. It's extremely comfortable, it's precise, I love the controls. There's even a gesture button that you can hold down and then switch between desktops, open mission control, and display the launchpad. When I travel or if I go to a coffee shop and I want something more portable, then I use the Logitech M355, also known as the Pebble. It's lighter, it's slimmer, it's lower profile, and it's silent, which is great when I'm in public. For sound, I get a lot of questions about which speakers I use. Now, these are the Audio Engine USA A2 Plus speakers. They sound really great, they're not too expensive, and I love how they match the whole setup. The speakers on the MacBooks are actually quite good, especially if you go to the 14 or the 16-inch MacBook Pro, but when I'm on the go, I'm always using headphones. If I want to really block out the noise, I'll usually go with the AirPods Max or the Sony WH-1000 XM5. If I just want earbuds, then it's either the original AirPods, these blue Gen 3 AirPods that I got from Colorware, or I've actually been using the Nothing Ear 2, which I just got in black. Now, when it comes to a bag, if we're talking about a backpack, then I love the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. I still use the original version. I've had it for years, has tons of pockets, it's super customizable, and it has fantastic accessibility options. If you want to learn more about it, you can check out the full review right there. If you're looking for something smaller, TomTalk makes a 360 protective laptop shoulder bag, which comes in different sizes that fit every MacBook, including the 16-inch MacBook Pro. It's super slim, it has pockets for all your accessories, and I love the amount of padding there is to protect the MacBook. Now, another great way to protect your MacBook is with a case. There are a lot of great options in the market. This one happens to be from Casetify, but I'll put links in the description to a few of my favorites. These are great both when you're on the go and when you're at home because you don't have to worry about anything scratching your MacBook. Another super cool accessory, especially if you're working in public and you value your privacy, is a magnetic privacy screen protector. It's magnetic, so it snaps on when you want it and off when you don't. It protects your screen from being damaged, and it prevents someone who's not sitting in front of the MacBook from seeing what's on the screen. Remember that I have links in the description to all the products that I talked about. Now you should check out this MacBook comparison. Click on my face to subscribe. You know what I always say, buy it nice or buy it twice. Good luck and see you soon.